Can I just... Wait, I didn't even plug in my tablet. Perfect. What if I... Hmm. Yeah, I missed old camera placement. I hate this new spot. I want it to be over here. Oh, that's not safe. Okay, that's safer. Even though it's like a mess of wires over here. Ooh, some notification. I can't see it. Well, it's just dashboard. It's like saying, oh, and a stream. And a stream. Not important. Perfect. Yeah, back to this spot. I liked it better here. Perfect. This is 10 times better. I missed it over here. Now I can go like that. Look over here. You're like, hello. You don't have to see all of that. Let's see if I'm like this. It actually looks like I'm working. It's beautiful. Oh. Hmm. I can get water later. Hopefully that'll be good. Let me put this guy back. You're almost falling. Perfect. Ooh. Keep on getting notifications because I'm super popular. Okay. Perfect. Also, my hair looks a little funky today. Oh, let me mute. Can you hear me over here? Yeah, just barely. Yeah. Like this. I've been kind of liking having my hair down like this. I don't know why. It just feels nice. I kind of like it though. Eventually I'll get my hair cut though. It'll be way nicer. Way more appealing. It'll be perfect. But for now I like it like this. It's like I said, right now it's my emo face. Perfect. It's because of all this stuff that's been happening. Like, oh no, I can't do animation for a living. Whoop. Well, at least not with some time and effort. Well, that's actually like... Oh, it's fine, I guess. Well, not really, it's not fine. It's terrible. I hate it. Yeah, I don't like it. It's like, oh no, it's been all this time just working. Like, oh no, I don't... I got the degree and, I'm like, I think I'm good, but I mean, it's just like, I guess I'm not good enough. Feeling kind of like that. Makes me a little upset. Like, nah, I want to be good. I am good. I know I'm good. But I can't show that I'm good. That's how I feel. Oh well, let's get that. Let's actually start the turnarounds. Okay, so here is what I am going to do, uh, let's see, what I had planned is to have some little animations play out on screen. What my first animation, I'm just gonna do like a basic starting soon screen because I know that like some people they like take a while to show up and stuff like that, so I just figured, oh, let's have like just a simple stream starting screen. So, people can roll in for a little bit. I know other streamers do that too. It's at least a little helpful, it's like, you don't miss out on any like conversations, especially like me when I'm like, I usually have like important things to show or talk about and like explain. It's like explain, oh look, this is what we're gonna do today. This is that, and it's a little bothersome to just reiterate. So just have some sort of like starting soon screen. And what I was originally gonna do because I'm a 3D animator, I wanted to make something in 3D and like I started working on it and like, this doesn't really feel right. And plus, with the aesthetic I had in mind, it would technically be better just to do it in 2D. I'm actually not sure if I should do it in Krita or if I should do it in Blender. Because, I would like to practice with Blender, but at the same time, it's Blender. I'm not too comfortable using the grease pencil. Who knows? That's something I'll have to figure out too. Like decide which medium I should use. I mean, Blender could be really good, especially if I want to, stick with like the 3D backgrounds. I could definitely use Blender in a couple like specific situations, considering what I have in mind. Actually, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I just like thought of like, what am I actually gonna do? I know I can do like just a simple like stream starting animation, something simple, something cute. But what I had like in mind eventually, I want to also have like the BRB screen changed. I know I have like this temporary one, and I know some people's like, oh, that one's very pretty. I like how it looks. But at the same time, I'm like, but yeah, I know it looks nice, but I have like a better idea in mind, like to fit the whole space theme I've been doing this entire time. And I'm like thinking, oh, I have a good idea for what I'm gonna do. So I'm just thinking like of the, well, I mean, let's start with what I'm actually gonna do today. Today I'm doing turnarounds. If you don't know what that is, in animation, there's this thing called like a turnaround. It's basically like this sheet of paper. Well, I mean, in like traditional studios, it's like an actual sheet of paper. I'm not sure about digital. I'm sure they might have like a digital version instead. But either way, you get like this paper or this like picture of whatever character you're animating, from like different profiles. So like a sideways shot, and then like a 2/3 shot, and then like a straightforward shot. And you reference that to make sure your animation is on model whenever you actually like start doing hand-drawn animation and stuff like that. It's not as big of an issue for like flash animations. So, or I don't know if they still call them flash animations. Oh, what is it? The other program that he used, After Effects animation. uh, but yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it depends. I mean, there's a lot of different programs that can do that kind of animation. That sort of like it's like where you just draw the like picture of the character and you just move the individual parts with a rig of some kind instead of hand drawing them where you draw the character over and over again. Uh, there's a lot of shows that usually use to some degree that kind of animation. But I mean, a lot of the like really like good ones actually know that hand drawn is still helpful in a very a lot of situations. Of course, it does depend on the show. Every show has its own like style. So, also, I think this camera's a little crooked. So, but I am probably gonna hand draw it because, I don't really have any of those programs. Plus, hand drawn still looks very good. If you know what you're doing, then hand drawn can look amazing. Plus, I haven't done any like regular traditional animation in a long time. I've just been doing like 3D for a while. So, I figured, why not? Maybe I could do 2D for like the transitions and stuff. Even though I'm technically a 3D animator, so I could always do 3D in my own time. And this is like just, for stream stuff. And plus, like I said, for the aesthetic I have in mind, it would actually probably look better. That's the big reason I was like, this 3D model, the one I was like working on for a little bit, is like, this kind of is technically right, but also it doesn't feel right. Who knows? I might do this like turnaround and I'll decide, yeah, maybe I could technically do this in 3D. If I could do it in 3D and make it look good, that'd be amazing. But, I mean, it's not like I'm going to be against going back to 2D to animate some of this stuff. I really want to make it in 3D though. Like, it's like, oh, that's my medium. And plus, I've also been like really wanting to do like cell shading and stuff like that. Like, that's like my whole like deal. Like, if you look at like all my old videos, you could see like there's a lot of them that are like cell shaded. I'm like, oh yeah, that looks amazing. So I always am on the eye out for like really good like cell shaded animation or like 3D cell shading. Well, actually, let's start with this. Let's lock it in place so I don't. So. Well, actually, I don't know. I'll try to do something simple. For now, I'm gonna just draw a character. Draw the character. Play around with proportions. Make sure everything's like looking right. From there, I can actually like clean it up and like actually like make something to work on. So the purpose of this turnaround is to more or less establish the shape of the character. To make sure everything's like on model. It's like everything is perfect. Everything's proportioned. And to be fair, when I've been like sketching out this character, I've just sort of been freestyling it. I haven't actually like had like a really like established this is how to draw him appearance. Like I have ideas of more or less how to get the same shape, but it's a little complicated. It's like just like and when it comes to like actually like animating in a studio, that's something you kind of want to avoid because I mean I could technically draw it on model every time because it's like that's how I draw. But I mean, if like another animator had to draw the same character, they would draw it in their style. I mean, it would still look similar. It would still technically be the same character, but it wouldn't be like the exact same drawing. And that's the purpose of the turnaround. To make sure that everyone knows exactly how to draw the character. Because like this the famous what is it called? I can't remember what it's called. Bean shape. But like that, yeah, that's something like that's like how I draw it. Someone else might draw it like this. What, that looks terrible. Like like that, or you might draw it like that. So that's why I have to like more or less do like a turnaround. Establish how to make the exact same shapes, stuff like that. Like this right here, this is like an oval egg shape. So we'd have to like draw that out, show people that's how you establish the base. And then right here, like that could be a circle. So people know it's like, oh, so that's how you do it. Like right here, see? That's the rib cage. And the circle reaches to like roughly halfway. Things like that. So people more or less know how to get it on model every time. Right now I'm just drawing the character without really like caring too much about getting all those established shapes. Just to make sure I got like a reference picture to make sure I got everything like more or less like this is how it's gonna look. And then I'll go and actually add like some little shapes here and there to make sure everything more or less lines up. The base model, this is what's underneath everything. That's what, usually like the first thing, that's the thing you usually have to get the most the most proportionally correct. If you've seen the picture, or seen this character before, you've seen him wearing like a spacesuit. So I would draw the base character, and then I would draw the spacesuit on top of the base character, using the base character as like reference. That's pretty typical, you know, most animation, you would make some sort of base character, and then you would actually add detail on top of that. It does technically depend on the person and their art style. You know, like some people don't draw like this kind of base. Sometimes they can draw like the armor with the base. Because, you know, like the armor has like a very distinct shape and it more or less makes up the proportions and stuff like that. Plus, you know, sometimes it also saves time. Just drawing the armor directly on top of like, of the character. Like here, I'm gonna draw like the head, and it's gonna be like the actual head that would go under the helmet, and then I would draw the helmet on top. Whereas like someone else might draw the helmet and then throw the face in. Okay, that is good. We've got that established. I think that looks good so far. The thing that I always have difficulty with, just like in general, is usually getting the head proportions right. This head looks good, but keep in mind the way I draw heads. Usually there's a little more to it, like there's a jawline sometimes. In the case of like this character, it's got like this muzzle. This like muzzle that just kind of looks nice. I don't know why I draw a muzzle, but it looks nice. It's like, you know, I kind of like that, how it looks. It's like, but the point is, you know, this isn't just gonna be a circle. I mean, the circle looks right size-wise, but the head's gonna be a little bigger just because of like that muzzle or the jawline or whatnot. So you usually have to like factor that in too. Kind of like that. So far it looks good. Let me check mirror test. Ooh, actually that looks really great. Use, like I said, don't forget to use your mirrors. Mirror tools, super important. If you use the mirror tool, you will know exactly, like, it's like a fresh pair of eyes whenever you use mirror. You flip it around, it's like, oh look, it's the exact same photo but mirrored, and you like see what's off proportion, things like that. Fix those things up to make sure everything looks right. I was actually very happy with the fact that the mirrored version looks perfect. It looks proportional. Okay, so here's almost a base model. Here's the thing that I also struggle with, but it's more so of a struggle with this kind of model. Trying to get the shoulders to look right. Because he's got like these like kind of noodle arms. And normally, whenever I like draw shoulders, I actually draw like a little circle to show that's where the shoulder would be. Problem is like his arms aren't like super thick. And then, well, I mean, truth be told, it's also like his arms are like very like stylized, like rubber hose arms. And then they don't really have like elbows. I mean, they kind of do, but it's not like well-defined muscles and stuff. That's what I mean. Like, it's basically just a tube. And the problem with that is it's kind of hard to guess exactly how long the arm should be. You know, like, it's like, should it be that long? Should it be longer? I'm gonna take a guess and say that that's a good size. Oh, and the hand thing too, that one's a little complicated for me too, because normally whenever I like draw models and stuff, usually I keep the hand or the base of the hand to be about the same size as the shoulder. It's a good like reference point for me. I'm like, oh, the shoulder is like that big, so the hand should be like more or less exactly the same size. Or at least like the non-finger parts. Draw the exact same circle. Or draw not like a circle, but like a square, kind of fanned out square that's more or less the same size. So, but here obviously it's not the same size. It's like, it's bigger. So I just have to kind of guess to make sure it's the right size. Oh, I think that's good. At least as far as size goes. And I just draw a hand about the same size. Oh, here's a good point, like with the mirror thing. See, like you can kind of tell that one's a little bigger. This one's bigger even though it's farther away. So, yeah, I can make this a little bigger. Okay, that. Hopefully. And then I'll just erase some of the lines. This is something that I tend to do. And, I mean, it might be helpful if you do it sometimes, especially if you have, like, trouble with cleanup. Try erasing, like, all the excess lines. Like, something that I learned, like, not too long ago is that whenever you, like, if your, like, rough models look amazing, but your like cleanup lines always feel like wrong for some reason. Sometimes it could be because when you like do roughs, you only see like the clean line, like the this invisible line that's like perfect, like yeah. Well, not like that, but you know, like that. You see that line. You don't see all of these lines, all this like scribble. So when you actually do the cleanup, you're like, is it this one or is it that one? Whatnot. So erasing some of the lines can help with that a little bit. Like this hand's a little off in terms of like proportion. Like I can erase some of these like outer lines to make sure it looks a little more correct. Perfect. Ooh, that actually reminds me. Because I'm like talking about all this like hand-drawn animation and stuff, it suddenly made me think, like suddenly I was like, oh yeah, isn't there like a Cuphead show coming out? I forgot what, is it on Netflix? I was like, yeah, maybe I might check it out. When it comes out, if it came out yet or not. I don't know. And I'm like thinking, oh, maybe I might check it out. You know, I actually really like Cuphead style. I mean, it makes sense. I'm an animation student and I love animation. So I'm like, oh, it's got that style. It's like the old cartoons. It's got like that 1920s aesthetic. Got like a Felix the Cat kind of vibe, or like Betty Boop. I don't know, Bosco. That one's kind of obscure, or Coco. It actually kind of is like that. Well, actually, no. I think of Felix mostly, but well, I guess like Felix cartoons are a little out there. They're way more like cartoony than like even like most other cartoons at the time. Have you ever seen like a Felix the Cat cartoon? They're like really out there. Like like he might start singing and then like, you know, the music note pops up and then he'll grab the music note and then like turn it into a key or something. Like that's how insane like those old cartoons are. You know, I have like an what is it? Uh, when I was in college, I actually took history of animation, which was amazing, and I still regret the fact that I never got to see the last class, even though it was only like like a voluntary last class, like you didn't have to show up to the last one. I'm so sad I missed it. And they were talking about like all the new stuff. Oh, but anyhow, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, like the history of animation professor, he was like, there's no one who ever does like Felix the Cat animations anymore. You know, like everything's like a lot more serious. I mean, yeah, serious does feel nice. You know, like there's a lot of modern cartoons that are like tackle like more serious subjects, and I'll admit, like, even though I know like there's people out there who love like the old stuff, like the 50, not like even with just animation, like I'm talking about like just shows in general, like they like the old like 50s stuff, or even like as recent as like maybe 80s, like those family sitcoms, like what's it called, like Full House, or the Waltons, or stuff like that. Yeah, like yeah, but I mean also at the same time I don't like how would you say, lighthearted? Not lighthearted, like how all your problems will just disappear if you're like nice or something like that, you know? It feels like it's like lacking. Like it's got like a very like distinct cultural vibe. I mean, I guess for some people that feels nice, but I mean, for me it kind of feels a little shallow. Like, oh, and here's like the shoulder problem I was countering. I was like, how do I do the shoulders? I think I'll just like wrap it around. See, with like actual shoulders. Well, with actual shoulders, there's three parts to it. There's like, this is the deltoid. There's like three like main lobes that attach. Goes from like about here, like yeah, like right about there, to you got one lobe that goes like that way, and it attaches to your collarbone. So you kind of feel that. It's like right there. Why should I care? Then you got another one that goes like straight up, and it just also like more or less attaches to your collarbone. And then you got the last one that kind of goes back, and it's like it more or less attaches to like your scapula. Uh, so yeah, that's why like shoulders are a little weird. It's like it's not just isolated to the shoulder; it's also connected to the body. One of the arms looks longer than the other. I don't know how to fix that. I know how to fix that. Wait, no, I don't know how to fix that. Let me try that. Because one of the arms also feels thicker than the other. It's like, oh no, I didn't just say it's thicker. Oh, okay, well, yeah, let's try this. I want to make this one a little thicker so both arms are like about the same thickness. Ooh, actually, here's a little fun like tidbit thing that's kind of like funny, but also kind of makes sense when you think about it. There's actually a very easy way to spot like a tennis player. If you look like carefully, well, I mean, for starters, since they're usually outdoors, they usually like have tanned skin because, sunburn, stuff like that. But what I was gonna say is if you look carefully, you'll notice that one of their arms is always bigger than the other. That's how you can spot a tennis player. But it makes sense, because dominant arm, the one they're using for most of the swings. Although if you actually do play tennis, then you know that it isn't just arm power that's doing the swings. But but if you look carefully, like That's just a thing. I don't know. It's kind of funny to me. Like, oh, one arm is bigger than the other. It's asymmetrical. And it's like one of those things once you spot it, you can't unsee it. It's like so sad. You know, I was a tennis player once and like, it's like one of my arms is bigger than the other. Well, actually, if you look carefully, you can actually see a lot of like asymmetry with your own self. But if you don't, then you're probably very attractive. Humans like symmetry. I could definitely point out like little asymmetries in my face, but I mean, well, for starters, that's kind of why I like the sideways cams. Like, you know, it's a little harder to unnotice those things, but also, even if you're looking someone head on, you usually can't like spot like specifics, like, oh yeah, that's wrong, that's off center. So I'm not gonna tell you guys what's off center about my face because if I point it out there and be like, oh yeah, that's terrible. Bad genetics. This hair is either making my eye itchy or my eye is itchy. And my hair is covering my eye. There we go. Also, how long do you think my hair should grow out? It's like, I'm like thinking, what if I had like long hair again? I mean, I kind of like this hair length. I think, let me actually like, yeah, I think I'll cut like some of the back hair. So I can have like more like that. Because I've been doing like this for a while and I'm like, oh, you know, that kind of looks nice. I like it. It's got like all, I don't know. But I do want to cut it like there, so it's a little less like in my face. And get like a bowl-shaped head. Also, that looks good. You know, as a sideways, like, just like rough, more or less guess as to how the character should be shaped, this is actually pretty amazing. I might just use this for like one of the turnarounds. Like, you know, the 3/4 perspective. Okay. But the thing I don't think I thought about was the head. I forgot to like actually include like a center line to show more or less how the head's gonna like look. So it'll be kind of like this. Perfect. That will look good. And there. You know, actually, I think I might do the same thing. What I'm thinking, I'm still thinking about like doing a 3D model because like I said, I would really love to get this to work in 3D. I mean, if I can't get it to work in 3D, then I probably will do 2D. Who knows, maybe I might even just do like a 2D background. That could work. That could work well. Who knows? I'll have to actually think about it. You know, like there's a million things I can like do and like thinking, how can I do this right? What would be the best tool to make this work? You know, that's one of those things I'm like thinking, how should I do like the backgrounds? Well, focusing on the model, if I could get this to work in 3D, like I can like try doing the model again because now I actually have like a reference picture, reference like shots. I have like just him going like that from like different angles. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's how I should model him. Make sure the hands are the right size and the right shape and make sure everything like lines up perfectly. What I'm wondering is what I was doing like just in my off time, like a couple of times I actually like made like what is it? I just like sculpted like a rough like head. What like I used to do when I was still using Maya, it's like whenever I like tried to make like a head shape or something, I would actually like sculpt like a rough head. And I mean, to be fair, I was kind of awful at sculpting then. I'm a little better now because I more or less know how like all the brushes work and But I mean, also I'm lazy, and I'm like, yeah. Plus, I also know that, well, since I'm an animator, that means I usually have to like, oh, I don't know what's the right word for it, but remake, remake the head, but make sure like all the like, how would you say, like lines and stuff actually like go in the right direction. Like, well, actually, that's something I should probably show off, but eventually, one of these days, I'll go like, I'll show you how I make a head. Uh, maybe, maybe I could like actually like sculpt my own head. Just take a couple shots from sides and forward, then I more or less sculpt it, and then you can also see all the like little imperfections, what makes my head look the way it does. Because thing about people is that usually it's not the what makes us people, what makes us humans is not really the things that are perfect about us, but the flaws about us. And that's definitely the case when it comes to like characters and stuff, because a perfect looking character is a boring character. Uh, I actually just realized how often I just ramble off and I go in a random direction and I leave topics open ended. That's just more or less the way I think. I just kind of like think about random stuff without like an actual clear direction. Like, oh, yeah, I just go off and start talking about things. I forget about the stuff I talked about like 10 seconds ago. I'm like half fish because of that. But okay, what actually am I gonna do? I love how this looks. This like base model is perfect. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lighten this up. I actually wonder if I should hmm, I'm thinking about if I should add like the face here or not. It's not gonna be a big problem. If I do animate or do like make a 3D model, I'm thinking maybe I have like an idea of how I could use like grease pencil to make like faces and stuff. Yep, I can do that when I actually get to the modeling part, if I end up doing the modeling part. I could animate the faces using grease pencil. That would be perfect because it would like fit the aesthetic perfectly. That's the big reason. I'm like thinking, oh, it would be perfect. It's like drawn on faces because it like maybe I could like add a little animation to like his actual face. Like maybe like a basic shape key or something. It's like, mom, to like make the face actually like go down and up because like with people that it's like when you like, well, it depends on the art style. Like I said, it depends on the art style. But when you like animate faces, like actually like drawn faces, you have to actually like make the jaw move up and down with the lips. I mean, obviously, if you're trying to save time or yeah, usually if you're trying to like save time, you don't animate the face moving. Sometimes you can work around that using like different tricks. Like, if you have like a very cartoonish, like simplified character, sometimes you don't have to animate the face and it will look fine. But if you're making like a humanish character, you usually want to have the face move at least a bit when you're talking. Of course, it depends. Some people, sometimes you can make it work even when your character looks humanoid, like anime. Like in some animes, they just draw the head, like, they draw everything and then they animate the mouth on top of everything. And no one complains. So you could make it work. You don't have to do that. But I mean, I'm thinking maybe I might do that. Who knows? I'll have to decide when I actually get to that phase. I mean, it's not exactly like he's going to be talking full sentences. He's not gonna like be like walking in and be like, hey, 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 it's me, Lego, little Lego not. I don't know, little Lego, little not. I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. He's not like just gonna be talking. He's probably just gonna be like doing faces and stuff like that. faces and emotions and stuff. I haven't even like actually came up with like a proper name. I mean, I already know he's gonna be like more or less a mascot. Uh, but that's something I have to think about. Mm, just like thinking about, names and stuff like that. Like, no, let me actually start thinking about how to get the helmet on because this is actually the part that I think might be hardest. I would actually have to think about it. Um, because the problem is it's got like kind of like this defined helmet shape, but but his like arms always seem to get in the way. Well, let's start with the actual like helmet. Like what would actually be under everything. I'm thinking like this kind of shape. This would be like the helmet he's wearing underneath everything. Okay, that's like more or less the shape I'm thinking. Also, I keep getting texts. I don't know who's texting me. Well, not text, but yeah, nothing important. My throat is awful today for some reason. I don't know. It's just like it's because I haven't trained in a while. It's like my voice is just cracking up. It's awful. So this would be like the helmet underneath everything. Like if you took off like all the stuff, maybe this would be like what's under. I could actually do like the hair too. I think that helmet's a little too big. I'll actually make it like tighter, so it's like closer to the head. So it's like slightly bigger than the head. Maybe I'll make this part a little worse. Like I said, my voice is awful today. I don't get it. Maybe like, I don't know. That's like a more or less. Okay. That's good. And then, what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna actually add like this little like air filter. Maybe to like here-ish, maybe? Yeah, like a little further. So like that's where that is, and then this will be like that. How thick? Like that thick? Maybe just a bit thicker. Okay, there now. That will be good. And I just add some little sideways pieces. I think that's, yeah, I thought so. It's like proportionally, that's not like really the halfway point. It's more like here. And of course, when I actually get to like a 3D model, if I do like the 3D model, then all of this will be like, I'm sure I'll like end up editing it a little more to make sure everything's like proportioned correctly. Okay, and then what I did, let's say right here, that's actually the part that's going to go up. Okay, that's good, more or less. I wonder if that, like, how much should have been, like, thicker. Oh, well. Yeah, let's actually, like, make it, like, that. Yeah. Yeah, like, this, I think that will be good. Because I need to add the visor. Let's add the visor. It's like gonna be like more or less here. Perfect. Okay, that's good. It's perfect. Oh, hey, Mista. First time chat. Hello. I've just been here talking. It was nice. Man, it doesn't even feel like it's only been an hour. It feels a lot longer for some reason. But hello. Hopefully everything's working. Yeah, everything's working. Having fun yet? Yeah, it's alright. I've had fun. I mean, it's art, so, it's more relaxing than fun, but, it's nice. Nice just being here. I'm just working on, like, a model or turnaround. I'm working on a little turnaround. What I'm gonna do with it later, I'm not sure. I'm thinking I might try doing, like, a model, like a 3D model, using the turnaround. If not, then I'll just use it for some animation. Yeah, that looks good. Nice, nice. Yeah, it's very nice. I'm just working out like proportions and how to like do the shapes and stuff like that. That's all. Nothing too crazy today. Nothing like the animations I've been working on previously. Let me erase that. Yeah, I just decided, I know what I can do for stream. And this is what it was. It's like, I need to do the turnarounds. Not only just, for the animation, but just in general, because I'm like, this character always like changes somehow. Something always like feels like off. Let's see, let's do that. Let's say halfway. Yeah, I've just been talking to myself mostly and like, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm doing it. Things like that. It's nice. Stuff that I would normally do in my own time anyways, but I do that sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, just talk to myself. Ramble on about random topics, mostly like art related stuff, explaining how I do this, why I'm doing it. Like I said, what kind of equipment you're using. Right now I am, well, for starters, the program I'm using is Krita. Krita is nice. Krita is free. Krita does a lot of good things. As for equipment, I'm using this, I can't really pull it off because, wait, I just got a wire. just gotta move it out of the way. So I'm using Wacom Intuos tablet. I think that's what it's pronounced. Wacom Intuos. I think this is 18 inches. Not 18 inches. It's definitely a lot smaller than 18 inches. I don't have a ruler, do I? Here. This one's like actually more like 7.5 inches. My mistake. Not even close to 18. 7.5. As for like actually like cost, when I got this like when I was still in university, I remember it being like somewhere around like maybe $60. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but yeah, it was just something simple. I mean, I'm not like a huge like illustrator. If I was, I would probably have like a big beefy like Cintiq. That would be amazing, but no, I'm just using this little simple like like hobbyist drawing tablet. Like this is what I would be using if I was still in high school. Nothing professional. I mean, to be fair, it's fine. When it comes to tablets, it's not really so much as how expensive or how many like little buttons they have, or if they have like an actual screen to draw on. It's more so about time, you know, how much time it takes to make something. I mean, it's actually kind of true for like just everything in general. Like even like crazy even like extremely simple programs like Microsoft Paint that if you have enough time and the willingness to do so, you can, in fact, make some pretty insane stuff just using Paint. It's just like when it comes to like programs and tablets and stuff, it's really more so about saving time than it is about making good art. I mean, obviously, it would be pretty insane to actually work in Paint. I wonder if I could actually do something like that. One of these streams, I just do like a work in Paint stream. Play around in Paint and try to make something nice out of that. That would be kind of funny. A good idea, maybe, even. Just to see if I can actually do something like that. Okay. So, this is gonna go up. I always struggle with the tablet drawing pads. Like these, yeah, these things. I mean, it's a lot easier to use something to actually have the screen on it, but when it comes to actually like drawing with like the tablets, it's really more practice. Like, something about it being separate from the picture. Yeah, that's what it is. It's really just like takes time and effort to eventually like figure out how to use it and how to like, get it exactly on proportion. Like, for me, if you notice, like, I don't always, like, just click down right away. Sometimes I have to, like, hover the pen over it so I know more or less where I'm drawing. But, I mean, over time, you kind of just get used to, you know, figuring out exactly where you need to be. Otherwise, it's really just, like, shapes. You just kind of have to get used to it after a while. Oh, there we go. Just some air. I wonder if this, like, looks wrong. I think the pipes should be bigger, that's why. Perfect. There we go. Hello, hey Jules. Hello, welcome. Lego. Yeah, we're just working. Yeah. Considering how slow today is, I almost kind of wish like, maybe I should have like just done this stuff offline. Oh well, it's fine. Because I also kind of, my buddy, I was like, man, a Lego stream would be cool. Yeah, just doing some art today though. Nothing too crazy. Maybe next time I'll do more medieval comp, but for now. And then you are here, yeah. And now today I just decided to do art. I'm working on a little turnaround. Hopefully either I'll transfer this into a model or I'll just use it for animation. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but eventually I'd like to use this for like one of the for animation for like the actual stream. I'm psyched. You know you can post in my Discord. I mean, yeah, but I mean, I kind of feel like I'm butting in, pulling attention away. I'm like, ah, hey, it's me, and I mean, plus, at this point, I'm really just looking for new followers. I mean, that's about it. Maybe next time I will actually post it. I'll just go, hey, check it out. Lego, hope you're having a great day. Hello, Ganon. Hello. Everyone's here now. Like I said, it's like I just need to maintain that like 3 viewership average. Oh, I'll unfollow and follow again. Yeah, I just need. Oh yeah, 4 viewers. Yeah. I think I'm actually like halfway or more or less in terms of follows. So I mean, eventually I'll get there. Well, tell me you're going live, lol. I didn't get the notifications. Oh, Herman, thanks for following. Yay. I don't know if you're in a chat right now, but thanks. Thanks so much. I want to support. Oh, here you are. I've been lurking at work, so I can't talk, lol. Oh, so I guess you're like a one viewer they've been talking to for like the past past hour or so. Hmm. But yeah, welcome. Have fun at work. Yeah, one step closer to finally getting emotes. Hey everyone. Yeah. No, I was just talking about, I was like, eventually I'll get there. I don't even know exactly how many followers I have. Yeah, I'm getting rolled by work as well. Yeah. And yeah, Lego, you never know who's listening. I guess. Gosh, dang customers. I actually don't know how many. Wait, I could actually just. Can I check on here? I want to see if I can actually, how many viewers do I even have? That's what I'm wondering. Oh, well, I guess I can explain what I'm doing. Let me. Okay, that's muted. What I am doing today, what I'm doing is working on a turnaround. Ooh, I can watch myself. Yeah, okay, that was good. It was muted. No. How do I check my channel? I think it's right here. Oh, what I'm doing today is I'm working on a turnaround. So, yeah. I think it's like armor. Because that looks really good. That doesn't look as good. I can't explain it. Like the gear. Hope work gets better at Mista. Yeah, make sure work gets better. Ooh. I'm almost an affiliate. Okay. I just need to stream 7 days a month. So far, I'm apparently at 4. Average 3. Yeah, there. 50 followers. And I'm at 25. There you go. That's how close I am. I just need to stream more. And I'm only like halfway through the month. So I'm probably going to get there, hopefully. And I need to get 50 followers. And I'm only halfway there, so. And that's how long it will be until I get affiliate. That will be exciting. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm tired today. Yeah, today feels like one of those days though where I should have just like, maybe I should have just relaxed. Done nothing all day. Oh well, I'm here instead. What am I gonna do? Oh yeah, let's just add a little bit of depth. I'm gonna do that. Perfect. bit of depth. Hmm. I need a block. Okay, back. My sister. She was just here. It's quite a grind. Well, like everything. Yes, I feel that though sometimes. Yeah, just like slow. It's like slow, but I mean, eventually I'll get there, hopefully. I'll definitely find myself fantasizing about getting one of those big drawing tablets with the built-in screen. Yes, one giant Cintiq. Oh, actually, I don't know. I'm sure she probably sold it. It's because I knew someone who had like an old one that they were trying to sell. I mean, I could ask. But it's been a while. It's been like a couple months since I last I heard any updates. Plus, also it was like slightly broken. Yeah, I think that's fine. Hopefully, when I add more stuff, no worries. I'm mostly a pen and paper guy anyway. Yeah. I think I used to be that, but then I like started drawing digital like so often that now it feels weird not to do it. I mean, I guess that's technically fine because as far as like work goes, knowing how to do it digitally is far more important than knowing how to do it traditionally. But also, I got this giant notepad and I'm not drawing in it as much. So sad. Actually, I kind of want to doodle in this right now, just because it's like I'm holding paper and like, oh, that looks amazing. Stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I gotta draw. I gotta fill this book in. Fill it in with all my pictures. Just random ideas that come in my head and stuff. So sad. I need to fill it in. It's just sitting there. Instead, I'm drawing digitally. It's fine. Pros and cons. Both have pros and cons. Pros of paper is because you can do it. And cons of paper is that you can't do as much. Well, I mean, I guess that's underselling it. Okay, so next part. So okay, this is something I actually need to consider when I actually do like the backside. How this will fit. I'm thinking like here. Like it always goes to like this little halfway point where like his little booty starts. But I think it's a little too small. It's a little backpack. And it needs to go up to like right here. Perfect. And it's like rounded. There we go. It's perfect. Okay. That is looking good. Looking very good. Yeah, there we go. It's perfect. Okay, and now we need to add a little pipes. That's what we need to do next. So, first, I'm gonna draw some lines showing where the pipes are gonna go. There. Like that. Don't even know where it goes. Perfect. Ooh, that's actually something I need to think about. How to get this to work correctly in animation, unlike 3D. I wonder, actually. I'm thinking like how I should do this. I would love to have like some physics to work on this, but I can definitely make it work just like a simple rig and make like two IK rigs, make them connect to like two different points and like, oh, there we go. Perfect. But I'm like thinking, What if I like did something like crazy, or like actually made the pipes like flop around whenever he moved? That would be amazing. Again, it just depends on whether or not I actually do the 3D model. I really want to get it to work though. Uh, Same thing. I need to put something here so I know where the pipes are lined up. Perfect. Oh, I didn't even mirror it to check to make sure. By the way, I can't remember which direction. Yeah, that was correct. It's because sometimes I can swear that like I save a Krita project and I accidentally leave it mirrored. When I come back, it's like no longer mirrored. At least that's how it feels. Like it's like, which way was it actually supposed to be? Huh. I don't. It's like I can't remember. Was it like this or was it like that? At least like get confused like that. Okay, so let's actually. This is gonna be a hard shape to make because the way like the tube is gonna be, it's gonna be like an elbow shape, like that. Like that's the where it like actually connects. But that's a kind of a hard shape to make in 3D. Well, not in 3D, but like just a hard shape to draw. Also what I keep on getting like texts, like, it's like everyone's like all active on Discord. I'm like, can't answer it right now. I'm streaming. Let's erase this. No, it's like so active on Discord. What if I did that and then I circled that? It's the wrong size, so circle needs to be bigger. It needs to be like about that size. Yeah, that looks good. If I do end up doing a 3D model, then this isn't going to matter a crazy amount, but it is definitely a good idea to know exactly how to make this exact shape in 3D space. It would be a lot easier to like 3D model that part because, it wouldn't be too hard. Just get like a cylinder and bend some of the shapes, make it look this kind of like elbow shape. Perfect. And then I just do another one like right here. Perfect. Happy little astronaut too. Yeah. Ooh, is everyone actually like caught up on the Nintendo Direct? Like I finally like watched the entire thing and I'm like, okay. Okay. I think we already discussed it though. So I'm just seeing if like everyone's like all caught up. Thoughts, opinions, things like that. It's like, I mean, I guess it doesn't too apply to me anymore because I'm like, I don't have a Switch. I can't even play all these games. Besides, I still want to get that art game from like the last Direct, but I don't have a Switch, so I can't draw art on the Switch. Okay, here comes like the weird part. Trying to get the tubes to attach correctly. I actually think the tube should be bigger. I didn't watch the whole thing, just some highlights. Okay. Yeah, I watched the whole thing because, what if there's like an indie game that's like amazing but gets cut out of a highlight or something? That's why. And it's like, I might as well just watch the whole thing. Yeah, that looks better. Big tubes. Let's see. What was your favorite thing from the direct? Yeah, I was worried about that as well. Favorite thing. Uh, well, I guess the only one that would actually be relevant to like me is just Splatoon 3. But also, it's Salmon Run, I guess. I mean, I never played Salmon Run. Well, I mean, I never played Splatoon, so Splatoon. I don't necessarily have the same taste as the highlighters. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Some of the stuff announced will be on multiple platforms. Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. Some of the stuff. What is it like? Triangle Strategy. That one. I think the aesthetic of Triangle Strategy looks amazing, but I also never got Octopath Traveler, so I feel a little bad. I'm like, yeah. Plus, also, from what I can tell, it's really just Fire Emblem, but, with a different aesthetic. At least in terms of gameplay. I mean, I doubt it'd be exactly the same, but, they got the same, like, triangle, like, the, what is it? Swords beats lance beats axe beats sword. Who knows? Plus, also, I never buy games, so unless it's like an FPS or something. That's the only games I play. I only ever play FPS games. And then I just fantasize about playing all the other games I'm actually like slightly interested in. And that's how I play. I'm trying to actually remember like details. Is it because I don't remember there being too many exciting announcements for this direct? I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, but also I don't remember being anything like mind blowing. Like I said, like with Splatoon 3, it's just, oh yeah, they're gonna make another salmon run. Okay. I mean, I guess. I figured already, but I mean, I guess it's nice it's in writing. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, well, that one is exciting, but also I don't actually play Xenoblade Chronicle games. I mean, it's cool, but I don't play it, I just watch it. I mean, at least it looks like it might be a little more serious. But I guess I still haven't fully formulated my opinion of like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and the direction they went with that. Yeah. Zip. Yeah. You know, the stream feels so lax. I'm like, I wonder if like I should have like. It's because when I'm in offline, I usually just listen to music and stuff. And I'm like, when I work, and I'm like, that kind of feels nice. Plus, also, other issue, I might need to take a break for a while. Nature calls, so. How's the weather there? It's freezing here. The weather's actually pretty good here. Well, it's getting warmer, so that's that. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be as warm, but also the groundhog said it was supposed to be 6 more weeks of winter. So, but it already feels like it's gonna be spring, so. Xenoblade is weird. I love 2, but I keep getting bored with the first one. Hmm. I mean, like I said, I never actually played the games. I just kind of watched videos of them. So I can't say if it was like boring like that, but I can kind of see what you're talking about. Uh, it's Groundhog. Yeah, that's it. Well, I checked it like when it actually happened on the first. I think they said it was like 6 more weeks winter was the consensus. But I also don't know where or how or all that stuff. Yep. This groundhog is sus. Yes. I know here it feels like it's already gonna be spring. Ooh, only a little bit more. This was just meant to be like a turnaround for like... I'm actually gonna take a break soon enough. I think I'll just finish this up. It's because like, well, for starters, I need to like refill my water, check on fire stuff, things like that. And plus also, it's not like my body's letting me to. My body's a little fussy right now. Okay, that will more or less cover it. Oh, I know, I need to do like all the little things, like here and there and there. Trying to think if I should take a break right now or if I can just finish it. I guess I'll just take a break right now. Hopefully it won't take too long, but yeah, hopefully it won't take too long. I'll take a little short break, hopefully. I'll be right back while I like, do stuff. Clean up, I get like more water, things like that. Yeah. Wrong one. There we go. Hello, I am back. Remind me to check on the chimney in like 30 or so minutes. Make sure everything's cooking, everything's burning correctly. Yeah, I'm back. Hello. I'm back. I feel a lot lighter now, so that's good. Ugh. Okay, hopefully that's everything. Hopefully I won't have to take any more breaks. Everything look good. So what I was gonna do, I need to add these little patches. I don't really know what they are, but they always look nice in some like space people they have it. Welcome back. Yes, I am back. I just like these things. Ooh, there we go. You know, that makes me wonder. Like, have any of you guys like watched the Olympics recently? The Winter Olympics? I am wondering. I've put them on every now and then, but it seems like, you know, none of my family actually like really watch it either. I mean, truth be told, the same way it's like for the Summer Olympics, like, yeah, they're nice, but also like nobody really like goes out of their way to watch them. Nah, they're any good? I mean, like I said, they're Olympics, so they're that. I mean, I like it just because, you know, it's in the background and because, you know, you can look up and you can see like cool people doing athletic stuff. But I mean, you know, it's not exactly like you're watching like a show. You're just watching people do like trials. I missed all of the Olympics. Ah, I guess for me, part of the appeal is just because of how rare it is. Ah, yeah, kind of like a. Oh, well, if you didn't know, I actually live like near Fresno, if you know where that is in California. Uh, I just want to watch the torch carrying and cheer for the rock that Tristan. Mhm. Yeah, I think part of the appeal for me is just because of how like rare it is. Like it only comes like every 2 years. You know, like there's a Winter Olympics and then there's the Summer Olympics. I think that's part of the appeal. Yay, work is over and now it's dog walking time. Have a good rest of your stream. Bye, everyone. Yeah, have fun walking your dog. That sounds wonderful. Ooh. I don't know. Hopefully I take care of it. Yeah. Take it easy, Herman Lester. Yeah. Herman. Herman Lester. It's because the reason I was like, oh no, is because well, it's because of what is it? Like I can't let out the chickens today because what is it? Like my dad used Roundup or something. So I was like thinking, well, what about the dogs? Uh, hopefully, because I don't think they usually eat the grass here, but that's something I'm like thinking, oh, what if? I mean, I think it's more of a risk to the chickens since, you know, they always peck the grass, but still, I wonder. Careful. Yeah, I'm like thinking like, what about the dogs? I wonder if, I mean, usually they're in the front, so hopefully it shouldn't be an issue, but also, yeah. Maybe when I'm done with streaming, I'll just walk them just so they can maybe eat the grass out there instead of the one here. It will just be like a little short walk. Uh, but yeah, that's like something I'm like just thinking, oh, what if they actually like try to eat that grass here? Well, there we go. Bring them out, bring them inside. They don't want to be out anymore. I mean, if you're talking about like just, well, no, they're big dogs. They can't really stay inside, and they probably wouldn't even like it too much. Besides, you know, being warmer, but at the same time, most of them are, you know, they have plenty of hair, so they'll be they probably would actually prefer it outside. They big sad, yeah. Plus, yeah, like I said, they're big. They like to run around. Uh, they probably wouldn't like it inside, just for that reason, because they can't really run. They would probably just come inside, because they're curious, but I don't think they would actually want to stay inside if they had the choice. I mean, I could think one of our dogs would definitely want to stay inside forever. I mean, I've seen big dogs inside cuddling and stuff. Oh, I mean, yeah, but also they're pretty active, so. I think one of them is like way too small. I'm gonna just scale it up. Annie deserves to be loved inside. No, little Annie. Actually, Annie's probably like the least cuddleable dog. I'm thinking like the dogs. I'm just messing. I understand. Yeah, Annie's like the least cuddleable, spoonable dog. She almost always likes to run around. She's probably the most active dog actually. Uh, the one who's probably the most cuddleable, would actually probably be Becca. She's the one who's like always like wanting attention and wanting to be rubbed, and whenever she's like not like, getting super jealous, she just lays down and you can just rub her and she'll just stay there for as long as possible. But still, a lot of dear friends have had huge dogs live inside Minsa. But maybe because we live in Vegas and it's hot still. My pets belong inside with me. I mean, it does get hot here sometimes, so it's definitely something we worry about. But which dog is that likes to be rubbed? It's the German Shepherd. Well, one of our German Shepherds. We have two of them, so. But yeah, one of them, the one that's lighter in color, she's the one who likes to be rubbed. I mean, the other one too, but he's not as cuddleable. I mean, he does like being rubbed too. And Annie is like, I mean, I'm sure she likes it, but also, I can tell that it makes her at least like slightly uncomfortable whenever she's like rubbed and stuff. I mean, to be fair, Annie is like kind of like a wild dog. I wasn't here, like I said, when I wasn't here when like my parents got her, but from what I've been told, they actually found her outside of our gate and decided to take her in. So, yeah, so we don't really know anything about where she came from. So, who knows? She could be like a fairly wild dog. She could have been abandoned. There's like a ton of different things. Free pup. Yeah, dogs come around here every now and then. We actually had one recently, like, it was like a pit bull. And she was actually kind of nice, But also we already have 4 dogs. We didn't want to have another one. In fact, I don't think we're even gonna get another one, like, ever. Or at least my parents won't. I mean, the main reason we had dogs was because, me and my sister, we're the ones who like go, yeah, dogs. Yeah, Bork. Bork. Yeah, but our parents aren't very enthusiastic about pets. I mean, to be fair, they're already getting older and, pets are a bit of a liability at times. So, they aren't too enthusiastic about getting new pets, and we're already getting older and moving out on our own, so we're not going to be around to really take care of them, assuming, like, we're like doing our own things mostly. So, yeah, we're not getting new pets anytime soon. I mean, I don't know about my parents. Maybe they might get something if they like decide, oh, I kind of miss having a pet. I wasn't allowed to have more than the fish or snails when I was growing up in my folks' homes. They didn't want an allergic, so I get it. I mean, snail sounds kind of cute. I would get a pet snail. Yeah, just like a little buddy, and just like there. Actually, sounds amazing. I love snails. I want a dog or cat, or so bad. I wanted a dog or cat so bad. I guess it's not quite the same feeling for me because, I've had dogs like my entire life. Even like when I was like, even when I was like a little kid and I was not living here. Whoops, sorry about that. When I was not living here because I actually used to live in a different house before I lived here. Imagine being a kid and wanting a pet. Yeah, I guess I can understand that. I think my sister was more of that kind of kid, the one who wants a pet. I just grew up around them and I was already used to them. So to me, they were more like extra people. I'm like, oh yeah, we got a dog, and I'll be like, oh, okay, hey there, doggy, here you go, let's hang out, things like that. And my sister was more like the cheery one, like the one like, oh, I want a new puppy. Yeah, I'm gonna cuddle the puppy, take care of the puppy, and that's what she was. But me, I was more like, oh yeah, we have a dog, and I'll just be nice to it, things like that. I was more of like, yeah, like the father, and then like sister was like the mother. I think that actually looks really good. And all the little details, everything looks good. But I haven't drawn any of like the hair or the face. So hair wise, which direction is my hair going? This way, I think. Let's try, I don't know about hair. What if I just left him bald? Well, not bald, but he's gonna have like a cap or something. But it's gonna be under here, so you can't even see it anyways. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. I've been iffy about the hair. Like, I kind of like the hair peeking out, but I also don't know if I want it. Ring cut. Yeah, I think that'll be good, though. And then the only thing I need to add is the eyes and the mouth. So, eyes go, like, right here. Big eyes. Big eyes. Big eyes. I think that one, yeah, needs a little more mirroring. Okay, that's good. And then mouth. Yeah. Perfect. Oh, and eyebrows. Perfect. There we go. That's gonna more or less cover it. I can't help feel like... I think I know why. It's because, like... It's like right here. This feels off. Like... I don't know. Maybe it's because there's no neck. That's why. And it just makes him look more chunky than he is. It's like... that shape. What if I did that? Yeah, like... vague outline. Does it look a little better there? Yeah, okay, that's good. My absolute favorite thing to draw is faces. You get to be so expressive with them. Yeah, I get that. Totally get that. But don't forget about body language. Body language is just as important as facial expressions. Especially when you're like animating stuff. That is huge when it comes to animation. Getting facial expressions and body language. Fun fact, more people will pay attention to body language than they will to, like, what is it? Tone of voice, I think. they'll pay attention to like subtle details more than they'll pay attention to overt details. True. Maybe that's the reason why I'm like so bad at like reading like people's expressions or their tones. I always latch on to like the small things. It's like, if instead of being all cheery, I'll be like this. If I was talking like cheery like this, I would be like, oh, something's down. Things like that. But I mean, there we go. That is one of three. One of three. It's because I like getting too hyper focused and making this look perfect. And I mean, I guess that's technically important, but also, when you're doing like animation, you gotta be a lot faster than that. But 1-3. Let's move this guy to the center. Let me bring this up so I know more or less. That's good. Okay, that's 1 of 3. Okay, let's actually start thinking about... Okay, let's actually start thinking about, like, actually the turnaround part. To be fair, it's only been... not a crazy amount. But I'm already, like, starting to burn out because I'm like, it took forever to make just this one. I'm like, I thought it would have been a little faster, but... Somehow, whenever you do art, it always seems to take longer than it should. I don't know why, it just does. This is gonna be... where is it? I think it's not tools. There is something that you can enable with Krita that will make this a little easier. Oh, here we go. Show guides. Oh, wait, actually, is that not how it... I could have sworn there was like... show guides, canvas. Show grid? No, that's not it. Oh, show rulers? There we go. Wait, I could have sworn there was like... How do I do the guides again? I can't remember how it works. Is it this one? No, that's not it. I think I'm used to like a different program where I can just like... How do I, That's gonna be like you were saying about body expression, imagine it's actually having an extremely sad face. Yeah. With stands, it feels so out of place. Yeah, totally. Nothing good. Awful. There we go. Yeah. LMAO. How do I do the guides? I wanted to like add a guide. Oh wait, this is mirrored? There we go. But where is the guide? I know there's like a way to like... Is it here? Grids and guides. That's a grid. Show guides. Guides. Yeah. How do I do this? I could have sworn I've been able to do this. Do I have to enable grids to make a guide? Huh. Wait, actually, I just did that. Oh, huh. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, what some programs like Krita have is they have the ability to make a guideline, which is useful when it comes to turnarounds, because that means you could just line up more or less where the character's like standing, and then just like you could like copy the more or less the proportions correctly. I'm gonna put a couple guides. Since I'm working on the skeleton, that's like the focus right now. I'm gonna hide this layer so I can make sure I can get like the guides in the right spot. So they turn around taller when they turn to the left. So they don't. Oh yeah. Like I said, this is a turnaround. I need to make sure everything is like more or less proportionally correct. There we go. If I'm gonna transfer this into a model, I think I'm gonna just do like a simple T-pose for both directions instead of doing like an expressive like this kind of pose. If you're just doing something for like animation, then it's totally fine to like draw a character in pose when you're doing a turnaround. But if you're going to use this for a reference model for animating later on, then having having a T pose or an A pose works well, since you're probably just going to use the image as a reference for the model anyways, instead of like withdrawing, you're going to end up drawing them differently anyways. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna model over on top of the picture, and so having it already in the T pose makes it easier when it comes to rigging later on. Also, let me lock the guides. There we go. Let's actually go back here. Let me actually. Well, no, I can always move these because the sideways pose isn't going to take as much space as the front pose. Oh wait, this is actually where having them mirror works. Because you know, it's just gonna be from straight on. You're gonna see straight on, so you might as well have it mirrored. Make things a little easier. What if okay, that is good. Oh, I didn't even like mention. I was gonna bring up Fresno and like the Olympics. I like suddenly remembered. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, I forgot about that. Like I said, this is how my mind works. I just like forget about things. I remember things, and I just dive into different topics right away. I was gonna bring up like with the Olympics, part of the appeal is just because it's rare. Like I'm like, you know, it happens only like every 2 years. I have to watch it. I have to watch at least a little bit. Same thing with like here, like with we have we have the fair, the Fresno Fair, the big Fresno Fair, the big Fresno Fair. Big times are back. So we have that, and that happens once a year in like September. I can't see because this guy is in the way. Uh, Same thing. It's like we have to go. Like even when it was like the pandemic, I was like, oh, we have to go, we have to go. Even though it wasn't like it was limited, it was just vendors. I was like, oh, we have to go. We didn't go though, unfortunately. It's kind of sad. I really wanted to get food. But yeah, same thing with the like the Olympics. I'm like, oh yeah, we have to watch the Olympics. It only comes like once every like 2 years. Unless you're just counting like summer games, in which case it happens every 4 years. Or winters. You know, so I'm like, oh, we have to watch it. And that's just like my mentality. It's like, it's so rare that you're like required to watch it. And let's, and the other circle. Perfect. I think that's gonna be perfect. Looks good. But is itchy for some reason. True, only a limited amount of time, a limited amount of them in your entire lifetime. I mean, yeah, I guess you could technically see it that way. I mean, it's more like just, it's not something I like really think about, like, but it is, rare. It only happens every now and then. And like, oh, you have to do it if it's like that rare. I mean, otherwise you're not gonna be there. Take advantage of it while it's here. Super Bowl is every goddamn year. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. It was on. I was like kind of watching it. Not actually watching it. I was just watching the commercials. I think I mentioned it on Jules' stream, but yeah. Just me watching commercials and like looking up and like, oh yeah. I don't remember the commercials being as like stellar as it was in like in the past. Like, where they had like some really weird commercials. But oh well. It's kind of disappointing. It's not as weird as it used to be. Like I remember it was like Super Bowl commercials was like super weird. Like the one that like everyone like always thinks about is that, you remember that Doritos commercial, the one where it's with the time machine? That one was originally a Super Bowl commercial. And then like everyone was like, "Oh, yeah, that was amazing." Things like that. I don't remember seeing anything like that. I usually only care for big movie trailers and I can always just watch them on YouTube later. Mhm. I get that. I mean, I just like, like to see what they do, like all the weird advertisements. Because even though ads are ads, they are technically art in of themselves. I mean, it's obviously aimed to sell a product, but I mean, it's an art in a way. There's plenty of ads that have a lot of time and effort put into them. This is true. Yes. So I mean, I might as well see what they got, like a film festival, only except for commercials. Let's do that. Actually, I wonder. I'm actually thinking about like film festivals if there's like anything like interesting. That's something I would like to do, but also I take so much time. Like actually like submit a film to a film festival, that would be amazing. I was supposed to have like a film ready or like have made a film for my senior year in college. I mean, technically it wasn't required, but I do feel a little bad that I never actually got to complete it. I mean, to be fair, it was like during the pandemic, everything just kind of fell apart. And it's like, oh, well, complete crash. Where I spend weeks doing like literally nothing. It's like, kind of sad I never got to do that. I don't know if I have the will to continue with the same project, but yeah, bummer. I mean, to be fair, this was like the same thing with like all the projects, not even just like mine. Like, I mean, there was some, but from what I could tell, it wasn't like maybe as good quality as perhaps some. Still, it's like, so much potential, it's so little time. To be fair, I've been like struggling with the story even before the pandemic. Could always just make one for yourself. Yeah, but I mean, it takes forever. Uh, that's why we actually had 2 semesters to do the film. You know, so it wasn't just, that. Plus, we also got help from other students. It wasn't just us doing it alone. We also had to get, like, we also got help from, like, the students. So, I mean, it's all, like, a lot of stuff. That's why I never got into animation. Hmm. I mean, I guess I'm, like, a little more optimistic. Like, I'm like, I could technically do it if I put enough effort into it. I mean, obviously, it's a lot harder than just that, but, I mean, well, I care about animation. Like, I like doing it. Even though it is pretty hard, like, I still have, like, the motivation to do so. It's so slow going. I mean, yeah, but like I said, it's like, I really want to do it. That's why. I mean, to be fair, like I said, yeah, I really want to do it. Even if it does take forever. I mean, I guess if I was doing things the easy way, then I guess I would have became an engineer instead. I mean, there's a part of me that actually wants to challenge myself. So they're just taking, like, easy options. Who knows, maybe I should have become a mathematician. I am pretty good with numbers. But I mean, I also want to express myself. I want to do art. I mean, even if I am pretty, like, a fast learner or very good at grasping, like, abstract concepts, things like that. I mean, I wanted to do animation. An engineer? I didn't know you liked trains. Well, I mean, that is actually kind of true. I did like trains at one point, but not so much anymore. I mean, they're kind of cool, but, not so much anymore. It's like, but it is a thought in the background, like thinking, oh, what if I did do that? Just drive a giant train. Drive a giant choo-choo train. It's like, yeah, choo-choo. That'd be kind of fun. But I mean, yeah, if you didn't know, I was actually originally planning to be an engineer before I switched careers, like, at the last second and go, oh yeah, I'm gonna do animation instead. I think that's good. I think it should be a little more straight down. Nice. Nice. Mm-hmm. I mean, to be fair, the reasons for becoming an engineer was also kind of dumb, but yeah, it was originally what I was gonna do. I don't know if I would have been a good one though. I've realized after a while that I'm actually not very good at, how do you say, physics and stuff. Like, I'm way more of an aesthetic person than a physics person. Like, I like making things look good, not necessarily function well. I would have been a horrible engineer. I would have been like, oh, look, it's so pretty. I would have gotten a degree in undecided if they let me. Hmm. I guess you didn't actually come decide on, like, an actual career. You just did what you did. Hmm. Well, I can't say if it worked out for you, but, hopefully everything worked out. I mean, I definitely... Hmm. Yeah, I probably would have made, like, a building that just, like, falls apart. And they're like, oh, I look cool. And it's like, it just collapses. Oh, no. All my hard work is ruined. That would have been more realistic. Like, well, actually, more realistic would probably be I'd be in the same predicament except with a less appealing career. Like right now, it's like, I mean, I do want to do animation, but also, it's not exactly like my animation is apparently is up to par. Looks pretty though. Yeah, that sounds about right. And, you know, it's like animation. Like, oh, you know, I could just do whatever I want. I don't have to worry about realistic. So it worked out better. And besides, I've always had, like, kind of, like, a thing against, like, physics and stuff. You know, it's like, that's good enough, but it doesn't really, like, interest me quite nearly as much. That's too bad. I know, like, one of, like, well, I know, like, a lot of colleges, they, like, always push you to, like, be, like, engineer. They don't really go with, like, art stuff. Sorry, I've been cooking, but I've been here the whole time. Okay, that's good. I'm actually, now that you mentioned cooking, I'm, like, thinking, oh, I'm kind of getting hungry, too. I'm just talking. I'm just feeling a little melancholy. That's how I feel. I'm feeling melon today. First meal of day. Nice. Breakfast. I already had breakfast earlier, so what did I have? Oh, I just had some microwave pancakes. That's what I had. I mean, it was nice, but also, you know, not too filling. Yeah, it's like today feels kind of like just an off day. I just chose to stream because they're like, oh, you know, stream sounds like a good idea today. But honestly, today feels kind of like a slow day. It's like, but at least it forces me to do something. You know, like I said, I was like, I have to do these turnarounds eventually. So, stream it is. Here's like a part I'm always like confused about, like getting the hands right. Or the arms right. Because if I do transfer this to like a 3D model, I have to actually like think about, oh, is this too long because it's gonna bend down? More so than like 3D. There we go. Perfect. Let me actually rotate this. I haven't done enough rotating yet. Perfect. It looks good. And there we go. I think that's actually the base done. Oh, wait, no, I need to do like the muzzle. Perfecto. And let's actually, muzzle is gonna be here. And let's do halfway. Perfect. Perfect. And then I do that. That looks perfect. Looks great. See, that will be straightforward. Yeah, there we go. Do you think it's like a little too wide? It's fine. I think that'll work. Besides, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah. I actually wonder, because it's like the circle, I think the head might be a little off. Like it's not supposed to be that shape. But I can just use this guy. Can I? No, that's more or less right. Just making sure that the circle is circle shaped. Okay, that's good then. Yeah, there we go. We actually get to like model this that will fit perfectly. Okay, here comes like the more like odd part. Let me turn off that. Actually, getting this guy to translate into a sideways one. I'm thinking I'm just gonna do the base for both of these. Well, for starters, I think I can hide this guy. I can move him to like the center, so it's a little easier to visualize. And then let me add another layer. Okay, this one actually, this will be the sideways one. This, I'm just like thinking, how am I gonna do this? I'll just start drawing. That's what I'll do. So, besides, I already know the proportions. I've got the proportions down, so. Sideways rib cage is always like the hard part. Like actual people, like rib cages are like really wide, but they're really skinny on the side. Like this. It's like, oh, big guy. Nope. He's tiny. Not even like that. It's actually even like, it's like big guy, but he's really tiny from the side, except he's also got a big booty. If you stare at people long enough, you realize that they kind of look ugly. You know, bodies look weird. Let me see if that's... Yeah. I can actually, that's gonna be right. I don't know how to do this. Because I don't want to put a perfect circle. I just want something that's, like, shaped, like, correctly. Yeah, like this shape, maybe. Yeah, that'll look good. And then, like, right here, that will actually be where, like, the leg attaches to. Well, actually, it would be more like that, but... Oh, well. Yeah, like, the leg will attach here. And then that will actually be, like... that. And then that will be... that will look good. Okay, I kind of like that. I think this is working perfectly. If you look at it in person, it's really more like a really muscular, like, leg area, and then this thing on top. And that's basically how a person is drawn. Okay, this is actually the part that might scare me, making sure I get the shoulder size correctly. Heck, part of the problem might be just, you know... Well, for starters, let's actually get that head in. See, that head looks like way too big from this angle. But that's technically correct, I think. Wait, let me unlock this and let me bring it over. Well, actually, I know I can do. I can just... Let's erase you. And I'm gonna cheat. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna get a a circle. I'm gonna draw one of the circle shapes. Wait, I need to change that. There we go. Shading. Yeah, that'll fine. That'll work. I'm like thinking positioning if this is good. Because I needed to get this fairly proportional anyway, so. Also, headphone is hurting my ears. I remember the reason why I stopped using these and I tried to use my phone instead. It's because I hate these guys. Feel awful. That's why I used the old ghetto setup. The one with like the different headphones, because these things feel awful. But, you know, this one has the microphone. I can't use the microphone on this or this because it doesn't work. It's awful. And my phone didn't work either, so. Oh. Let's draw this guy, though. You know, that's something I need to think about. I always put the eyes, like, right here in the center. But that's also where, like, the muzzle is. Actually, I have an idea of a workaround. It's a crazy idea. I don't know if it'll work. And it might not always work. But if it works, it will be like the perfect way to fix that issue. Assuming I get the 3D modeling. Like I said, I'm gonna have to work on it in my own time and see if the 3D model works. Happy Valentine's Day, Lego! Yeah, T-Moon, I forgot today's Valentine's Day. I don't really have anyone to celebrate with. So you're the first person to mention it. Yeah. Actually, I should have said Happy Valentine's Day to my sister. No, that'd be kind of weird. I'm more happy with like how this one looks. I think the hands are a little too wide on this guy. Now, T-Moon, yeah. Perfect, like that size. Yeah, I think this guy is like not right. You're celebrating with us right now, silly goose. I guess, but I mean, this isn't really a Valentine's Day stream. I didn't, it's not anything like particularly like Valentine's Day. I'm just doing turnarounds so I can eventually make a model. It's not like, I should have done something for like Valentine's Day, like an actual like Valentine's Day stream. That would have been perfect. I just like kind of did this thing. I just like, you know, come up with stuff at the last minute. That's how I stream. That's really how I do life. I just do things at the last minute. Or I come up with like what I'm gonna do at the last minute. I don't like how this looks. I think it should be more circular. It doesn't need to be. Spending time is enough. That's nice. Lolly was gonna say you're chilling with us. Oh, lol, I was gonna say you were chilling with us. Yeah, I guess so. But I didn't do anything. Nothing for Valentine's Day. Just sit here and draw. And I guess art is my Valentine's Day this year. Huh? Perfect. Yeah, that. And then I wanted to do the hands again. I think the hands are like not the right size. I think they should have been smaller. Same thing with the shoulders. Like the shoulders feel too big or they feel off for some reason. All I did was work and dress in pink purple. I mean, I'm dressed like me. I dress like this. I didn't do anything fancy. I'm like, oh no. I was gonna take myself out to eat, but I decided not to. I just like pretending like there's something we're celebrating. I don't actually have anything to celebrate for, you know, for Valentine's. I'm like, I guess I'll just pretend. It's just me, like I said, I just like fantasize about the idea more than the actual, like, anything actually happens. Which reminds me, I never even drank any water. See, I'm getting better at talking. I don't need to drink water as much anymore. It's fantastic. Yeah, hearts. You know, it's a ferret. It's the ferret. I can't remember what his name is. Furret. And also Dreamlands. There you go. I know it's Furret. It's got, I know, it's all those walking videos. I'm just thinking of like the Furret walking videos. You've seen any of those? You know, it's just like plays the music loop and it's just Furret walking for like a really long time. And just play some of that. I can't sing, unfortunately. I wish I could. Otherwise, I would totally like sing it right now. It'd be like, da -da. I have to think of like how it goes. I'm gonna. Got it. It's like, I think I got it. It's like. I'm not the best at singing, unfortunately. I just like to pretend I can sing, but I can't actually. And that one's actually true. I can't sing. Not just like the acting thing where I like pretend I can do it. I suck at singing. I'm like, that's something I actually want to improve, but not enough to actually do anything about it. Perfect. I think that will go good. Also, all those hearts. I know, that is adorable. Every single heart ever. And it is so cute. It's cute. Perfect. Okay, I think that's good. That, I think, will work. I like thinking also about like the size wise because, you know, this looks good all the way on the end, but also like it's a little hard to get it like right because, like I said, I already mentioned how it's like with like rib cages where it's like fat in the front, skinny on the side. It makes it a little hard to do turnarounds at times because you're trying to get this all the way on the end, but it's also a little hard to make sure you got the sizes right. Like make sure it's not too wide, make sure it's not too small. Make it look good from all angles. I think that will do it, though. So I could finally actually start working on the stuff on top. Yeah, T-Moon, what a collection. Hope you're having a great day. Yes, T-Moon collects all the emotes. Well, actually, the only other person I could think of that competes with T-Moon would actually be B-Minutes. He has like every emote from like every popular streamer ever. B-Minutes has like all the emotes. What about my collection? Well, most of my emotes are usually like gifted subs. Uh, I actually have a couple of them. Like, I have, like, one that... Oh, yeah, I forgot. Okay. Yeah, like, I'll do that later. Right, I got that. I got, like... One I know I did donate for. One... The rest of them were gifted. Yeah, so that makes, like, 5 total streamers I have, like, emotes for. Again, dude, today has been pretty good. Hope you're having a good day, too. Yes! Perfect. Oh, today is like such a sunny day. I want to go out now. And it's already 2:20. Look, everyone's here. I guess I'll keep on streaming for now. Also, I changed up my hairstyle. Did I show this off last time? Did I show my new hairstyle last stream? My new improved bowl cut. I just changed the direction my hair bends to the left. Well, I guess my left. Your right. Okay. You know, it's just like, oh, I might be napping soon since I just got off work and I'm a sleepy gal. Yes, sleep. I like sleep too. Well, actually, no, I don't sleep. I don't nap. I only sleep at night and I oversleep. You're gonna make me sleepy now. Okay. Whoop, that's all of these, so. What I need to do now is actually start thinking about getting all of this stuff on top. That is going to be weirder. Let's unlock guides. Let's lighten this up so I can see like all the other stuff. Okay. Airbrush is going to stylize my hair. Perfect. Okay. Let's move these guides up here. Let's try here. About there. Yeah, I don't know what I should do. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. And I'll just put one down here. Oop. Let me put this guy back up. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna work on this guy because I like him more. This guy will fade. Besides, like I said, I need to figure out how to get that to work in 3D space. Oh no, I forgot to unlock it. I mean, to lock it again. Perfect. Okay. So, I need to think about how to get the backpack to fit here. That's gonna be a task. Well, actually, like I said, I'm gonna work. Let me unlock the guides. Let me just get rid of all of them. Let me start one at a time then. Backpack goes here. Yeah, that's good. Let me lock the guides. Perfect. So, what starters? I'm gonna... This is gonna be weird. I'm thinking about how I'm gonna actually do this in 3D. What I think I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna, like, I'm gonna add, like, weight, like, bone weights to the backpack. So it goes, like, all the way. I think that means I would have to do with, like, the helmet and stuff, but... Or I can potentially change this up. I can make it so like the backpack is separate from the helmet. Like this. Because I have an idea of what shape it's gonna more or less take. So that way the helmet's only like parented like down here. Thinking like I'll have a bone here, and then like one right here, and then one right there. Just a simple like 3-bone spine. Maybe I might do 4, but 3 at the very minimum. But I don't really like how I like how this one looks like a giant bar. And I don't like how it's like cut into. But I don't know how I can get it to work. Like to actually make it look right and bend right in 3D. Like it's like that shape, but obviously it's not going to be that shape. Let me look at the helmet. The helmet's just slightly bigger, so... And the helmet is bigger. What if I just, like, phased it through? Like I said, maybe I can just, like, parent, like, all this stuff. Add, like, bone weights so, like, the backpack bends, but the helmet doesn't. Let me unlock guides. We put one down here. And another one right there. Lock guides. Should I... I don't know how I'll do this. Ow. Whoop. So, what I am thinking... Helmet. I'm going to erase this. I'm going to put the helmet like that. So it's like bent downwards. And same thing with like the oxygen tubes when I put them in. Looking good. Yes, very good. Sorry, I'm a little quiet. I'm just like thinking about all these things and like focusing and being productive. And then I'll do that. So the head cuts in. Looks good. There we go. I think that'll look good. Okay. Yawn. Stretch. Yeah. I think that's what it is. And like, I need to get the blood flowing. So my body's like falling asleep. Just sitting here doing nothing. And legs have been in like the same position for like 10 hours. I need to stretch a bit. Oh, actually, I forgot about the fire. I guess I'll use this opportunity to take a short break. Yeah, yay, stretch. I'll stretch a bit. I'll take the short break. Hopefully, I'll be more energized by the time I come back. I would like to actually finish this on stream. That would be nice. Yeah, should be fine. I'm like thinking if I'll finish this in like another hour or so. But hopefully I can power through this and get the rest done really quickly. Okay, so short break. Okay, I am back. I am back. Yeah, I definitely need to hurry. I forgot. I just noticed right now the notification. Mel is streaming. It was recent. I was like, yeah, I gotta raid her. Welcome back. Yes. Let's hurry. Okay, so I'm actually gonna... Let me actually think about this. Yeah. I wanna hurry so I can raid her, hopefully. In the words of the Queen, welcome back. Yes. Mm-hmm. Let me actually, like, start being, like, productive. Not just, like, lax. It's no longer a lax stream. I have a deadline. Raid Mel. Let me put it here. Hi. I know. Let me actually... Another one down here. Not that one there. I ordered greasy Chinese food. Valentine's Day. Yes, perfect. Perfect for your heart. And cardio. Yeah. Well, no. I don't know where that was. I think it was right here. You know, I'm sure your heart will love it. You'll love the grease. keep on. There. Block him. Mm-hmm. I forgot. No, guides are annoying. I always like forget to lock them, and I always click on them and I move them everywhere. What if I put it over here? Yeah. It's annoying. Keep on like misclicking. I know today is the slow day. Let me move the visor like that. See, the visor needs to go down and cover his entire face. So I'm thinking like this far. Yeah, that works. Also, I got a notification. Pre-purchase Total War Warhammer 3. I don't know too much about that. No pre-purchase for me. There we go. Let's do this. It's nice and slow. I know, it feels like I noticed lately, like, it feels like, well, actually it's been like this for a while, but it's like, you know, nothing seems to ever happen. Feels all slow here. In little town. I mean, it is a small town, so I guess when I think about it, it does make sense that there's nothing really exciting going on. It's just, you know, a small little town with nothing much. Day in, day out. Regular day, regular night. Nothing too strange. I'm like just thinking, it's kind of boring around here. Need something more exciting. You know, that's what I missed about Long Beach. Long Beach, there was always like something a little exciting. Like, you could walk through the, you know, you can go into town and walk on the beach. Sometimes there'd be like special occasions, some event happening. It was nice. Here, it's just, you know, I mean, I guess there's the Blossom Trail eventually. That's about it. I actually wanted to submit something for like a competition they had, but it's only for high schoolers, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have been so excited. I would have been like, yeah, could have done that. It would have been amazing. But no. Let me put a little bump on the cap. There we go. I'm gonna do modeling. I'm sure I'll add like a little detail like that. And the little space cap underneath the visor. But otherwise, it's actually starting to look good. Yeah, notes. Blossom Trail Run, you know, happens like once a year, I think around March or so. It's pretty. Oh, also, I just realized, yeah, I do have Valentine's Day merch stuff. I'm drinking love juice. And it's just water inside. And I'm just like, oh no, look, hearts, perfect. Although, it's got a bunch of like, it's just pink. I mean, it's got a heart picture on it, but it's not Valentine's Day. It's emoji themed. Emoji themed. Haha. Hee, I am an emoji person. I love emojis. They are my life, my blood. Everything about me is all about that emoji. I don't know if anyone's ever been that, like, dedicated. Oh, yeah, I just realized I left this on. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Okay. 13-bit pins. Also, make sure you stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, stretch them real good. Flexible. Up. Yep, stretching your finger. That's something I didn't do yet. I need to stretch my fingers. Okay, that's all good. What is it? It's going. Yeah, I think I'll just. How big should the backpack be? Wide-wise. It should be like this wide, I think. So maybe like face forward, it might be wide enough to notice. Wait, this is actually where I need the mirroring. Let me erase all that. Perfect. There we go. Oh, what do you know? It's already in the right spot. Perfect. It looks so good. Thanks. Thank you. I know. Hopefully the 3D model looks even better. That would be the dream. Make everything look perfect in 3D. Become the perfect 3D man. I'll just cut through. Oh no, not my arm. Ah. There we go. It's just like yeah, and I'll do that. Yeah, that would be perfect. Like the visor covers up this entire area. And then it pops out a little bit. I didn't make a guide for the top. Let me make one really quick. Whoop. I don't know where I was. Right there. See, like I said, with the guides, it's like I always accidentally grab them. It's annoying. Perfect. Let's do that. You know, today I am feeling like today feels like one of those days where you need to go out and eat something, to me, at least. It's like, I'm hungry for something. Something good. That's a funny feeling. What would I want to eat today, anyways? Like, I don't even know what I want to eat today. It's always such a hard decision. Why does, like, picking food have to be so hard? It's like, you know, it's like your body's like all hungry. It's like, oh, I'm hungry. Feed me. But then you're like, mine is like, I don't know. I don't want to feed you. I don't think you're important enough to be fed. Well, especially me. It's like, I'm always like in the middle of work. I'm like, it's like, oh, look, it's so nice. It's so pretty. No, I'm hungry. Feed me now. No, I don't want to. I think I mentioned it like before, but I was like mentioning how I was like, oh, what if you like didn't have to eat, but in turn you couldn't eat or something like that? Would you do it? And like the reason I'm bringing it up is because like always situations like that where I'm like, what kind of food would you want to eat out? What kind of food would I want to eat out? I don't know. That's why my brain can't think. Only knows art. That's the unfortunate thing. I can't think. My brain is broken. I want to get a new one. Can I get a new brain? I'm indecisive also. Yes. I don't even know because like I kind of want to order something, but also I don't. I want to do something like different. Like that's what I'm feeling. I want to eat like something different, like from fast food or something. So I actually like that comment. Yeah, food is good, but also pain. Yes. I know. It's like always like super indecisive. I wish I didn't like have to eat. So I can just like work endlessly and not have to like get tired or something. That would actually be kind of nice, you know? And I don't have to worry about eating. I could just sit here and draw all day. I don't have to take breaks. But I guess at the same time, I wouldn't be like have a reason to take a break. And then I would be like just either sitting here doing nothing or sitting here just working. And I wouldn't be able to like stop and take a break and like eat food and watch a video or something. So I guess there's that. I wonder if the helmet's a little too thick. What if I... Yeah, like this thickness. Just enough that it's like covering the head, but leaves plenty of room for when I'm going to add the little tubes right here. Okay, I think that's working well. No time only. Still hasn't quite reached the 3-hour mark. Oh, I forgot about the fire. I left it open. I have to solve that. Oop, there we go. I'm back. Sorry. Forgot to close. I forgot to add wood to the chimney and close it. And I almost set the house on fire. Well, not really. The coals were dying down, so it would have been fine. But yeah, I forgot about that. mm, it's like, oh no, the big issue would have probably been the fire would have gone out. It would have been bad, and then I would have to like find a way to restart it. But otherwise, yeah, all good. I think it'll be fine. I'll have to check on it a little later to make sure, it actually is like good. If not, then oh well, can't do much. I just have to start the fire again. Oh, I got a message. I keep on getting like texts from like random things. Yeah, I know that. I know that. Okay, that's all good. No, everyone's active today. Today is like one of those days where there's like a ton of things happening all at once, you know? You're like, oh, I want to draw. I want to spend the day inside. No, someone streaming. You have to watch. Stuff like that. It's like one of those days where it feels like there's like a million things going on. Yes. That's how it feels today. It's like, oh, yeah, but also I kind of want to just, I just want to like draw and relax. And, no, no, friends streaming. You have to. Okay, I guess I'll watch my friend instead. Oh, it's like that. I want to support him, but also at the same time, sometimes I want to just, do my own thing. I want to just kind of sit around and do nothing. Oh, it's definitely a hurdle I'm working towards. I'm like trying to decide, it's something I'm like actually like trying to like figure out for myself. Just figuring out where I draw the line. Figuring out how far I like. It's like, how much do I actually want to like focus on like other people and stuff like that? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Stuff like that, so. I guess, yeah, that is something I kind of sort of miss about just being, by myself. It's like, I could just do whatever I want anytime. But at the same time, it's like implying that it's terrible to have other people in your lives. It's nice. I like it. I like knowing all you guys. It's nice. Yeah, it's just, it's just more like a me thing. Things that's like, I have to like think about myself and like thinking, oh, who am I? Big things like that. Who am I? What is my name? What is it? Oh, I guess it's just like things like that. Little things. It's like, I'm like in the middle of a good song and then I get a stream notification and I'm like, but I'm just already listening to music. It's such a good song though. I was just feeling all happy and then I'm like, listen to music. Things like that. That's how I feel. Otherwise, that's looking good. Perfect. Yeah, music. Like I said, I need to add like music to the stream. Oh, also, is the volume good enough for music now, do you think? I'm just wondering because, like I said, it's like I could have used some background music. It does look good. Look good, yes. I'm just wondering, like, because like you have Pretzel Rock, volume is fine. Okay, I'm just wondering, it's like thinking maybe I can actually return to the whole music idea, like have something playing in the background because I'll admit I get like a little bored just listening to the silence. It's just like I'm just sitting here and it's like it's just it's just my voice. Having music might make it a little more exciting at times. And then let's actually think about okay, so this is what I've been like contemplating how to get these over the shoulders to connect to this. This is like the big one. I think let's try that. That's looking all right. Yeah, I think it'll look good. Let me actually start transferring all this stuff over to the other model. Let's remove you because this is the model that might be a little weirder when it comes to this. Yeah, that's fine. Just, I drawed on the wrong layer. Oh, I really drawed on the wrong layer. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. I'll separate it later. We won't even explain. I mentioned like a couple, I mentioned how I say, oh, I was gonna be an engineer, then I became an animator. I didn't explain why I wanted to be an engineer. Uh, I think it's pretty obvious to say that I kind of like Legos. I don't know, it might be a little subtle. Well, to be fair, it is actually kind of a little bit subtle, if only because I don't actually talk about Legos that often. But reason I bring it up was because, that was like my whole deal. I was like, oh yeah, Legos. Legos are amazing. That is the thing I want to do. So it was like me, I was kind of set on like the idea. This is like me because I always like have like this big idea of what I want to do, and like I get set on that idea and I focus on that idea until I eventually lose interest and I do something else. So one time that idea was I was gonna do what is it? I was gonna become like a master builder for Legoland, make Lego models over there. That would been like the big thing. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And so one of the suggestions was to like actually go into engineering to become a master builder, which is the reason why I wanted to do it. And then, other people were like, "Oh yeah, you should be an engineer because that sounds good." Like, "Oh, pay lots of money." And oh, well, this is more like a me thing, something like you kind of have to like be like there to know, but there is definitely like a push. Ah, yeah. There's definitely like this like pressure for like how do you describe it? Like, how like some people are like, oh, you have to be a doctor, stuff like that. Well, in like Mexican community and apparently also like black community, and there's definitely like some degree of pressure to like become like an engineer or go into like some sort of like construction field. I mean, I get it, kinda. It's like, it is technically something that doesn't happen too often, but also it kind of felt like forced at the same time. Like, like, what is it? When I was like in college, I had like joined like this club called like the Men's Success Initiative, which sounds super fancy, but when it came to like actually the things that like they would like do pep talks on, a lot of it was like geared towards like engineering students and stuff like that. And I mean, I guess that's cool, but I'm an art student. Most of this stuff isn't really relevant to me. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing. It's kind of how it was in college, truth be told, in general. Like, actually, let me think about this. I know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna attach it to like the helmet. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna attach these tubes to the helmet. So yeah, I was like, that was the original reason why I wanted to become an engineer. Yeah, so I can become a master builder. Even though technically that's not considered like a full-time thing. Like, or not like it's not like a career because like I mean, yeah, it's nice, it's cool, but also it's like eventually you're gonna like just like, they're gonna find someone else or you know, it's not like you're gonna be doing that for the rest of your life. That's why. I mean, I would still like to. I just don't know if I would be able to. Like I said, I haven't like really practiced building with Legos for a long time, especially not like the physical stuff. And I do have an understanding of how like the actual process goes. So it's not just gonna be me, it's gonna be other people, and we're all gonna be competing, making actual like models to compete against each other, stuff like that. So I guess part of it is just because, I am gonna be judged against other people. That's kind of like just my thing in general. Like, yeah, that is actually kind of like me. You know, uh, I do, like the stuff I do is cool, but at the same time, it's not exactly like I live in a vacuum. Like, competition is overrated. I mean, I guess, but you know, like I said, like I know the stuff I do is good, but yeah, cooperation. Yeah, cooperation's nice, but what I mean is like, you know, the stuff I do is good, but it's not good like compared to like other people who actually like do stuff like this. Like with the animation thing, like yeah, it's impressive that I can do it, but it's not impressive compared to what other people are doing. And that's more like a psychology thing, you know, like I said, I live in a small town. It it seems impressive when I'm like the only one who's actually doing it. I mean, it's a very small pool, I guess is the way to put it. Like uh like actually in when I was in like high school and I was doing the animation class there, it's in the game class when I was there, and it's like, yeah, my stuff is cool. It's definitely imaginative, but also when competing against people who like took this class just because they needed an extra slot. It's kind of like that. That's how I feel. Like my stuff is good in isolation, but it's not good compared to other people. Like um water. Water is fine, but you know, most people will get soda. And that's my like whole problem, like my whole like thing. It's like, you know, it's all right. At least as a hobby, it's all right. But if I wanted to make it full time, I have to compete against other people. I'm going to be compared against other people. So, I mean, this looks nice, but it's not like the best. You have to remember that whoops. Yeah, it's nice, it's cute, but there are people who do these things better than me. And I am going to inevitably have to compete with those people if I ever want to get a job. It's kind of depressing. It'd be nice if I didn't have to, you know, worry too much about it. But at the end of the day, what I am trying to do is get a job. I am trying to prove to the company that you should hire me over everyone else. And so, you know, that's just kind of like the thing is, yeah, the whole deal. I'm gonna have to compete against other people. I mean, technically, I can do the job. Like, minimum wage, I could technically, you know, like wait tables or flip burgers, but someone's here. Hmm. But you know, at the end of the day, there's probably someone who could do it better than me. You know, like yeah, that's about it. And it's just like, I mean, I guess I do live in a small town, so that does technically mean I have to deal with less people, but you know, I live in a small town. It's not exactly like people here are asking for animation work. I have to work either as a freelancer, in which case my competition is probably like every other freelancer who applied to the job, or I work at a studio. And since I don't live near a studio, that means I have to be particularly good if they're gonna want to hire me and justify the cost of, you know, actually moving there and all that stuff. It's just, I know I always like get on like this rant anytime like someone compliments me for like my art or I think about it, but this is like the stuff that I like always start thinking about. a lot. Oh well, where am I? 3 hours. I think it's already looking good though. Um, okay, I know what I'll do. Well, let's get rid of all these guys. Okay, perfect. Whoop. What I'm gonna do really quick, I'm gonna throw this guy in. Alright, now I'm feeling gassy. A little gassy. From all the talking and drinking water and stuff like that, I have grown to be extra gassy. Perfect. There we go. That looks good. That actually looks spectacular. This is the one I'm actually gonna have to use a guide for. I'm gonna pull this up and that up. Truman hopped up for a minute and said hi and left again. And oh, hello, Truman. Don't run away. I want to pet you. I want to pet you before you go. Can't pet him. Can I pet him through the screen? I can just pretend like I'm petting him. Like, push him up against like your computer or your phone or whatever, and I could pretend to pet him. Like that. Hello, Truman. I'm petting you now. I'm petting you virtually. The wonders of technology. Yeah. I know. Ooh, that reminds me. Have you ever, like that whole Facebook thing, like with Metaverse? What do you think? Yeah, that's adorable. Since I can't pet him in person, that's the next best thing. It just suddenly made me think about like what is it? The metaverse. You know how Facebook is making Meta? What do you think of that? Like I kind of understand more or less the gist of it. I also understand why it's probably gonna suck because it's Facebook making it. Now, what do you guys think about that? Like the metaverse, the meta that Facebook's making. Oh, I have no idea. Oh, okay. Well, what the metaverse is. The metaverse is supposed to be like this sort of online virtual space shared by anyone that can be edited by anyone, more or less. That's what the metaverse is basically is in concept. So that's what Facebook is trying to do. They're trying to make a metaverse. I've only seen like 1 or 2 commercials showing it, but that's basically it. So basically it's like VR chat, but I guess a little more expanded, a little more social. Well, I mean, I guess VR chat is already awkward as it is. I imagine that Meta would probably suck just as much. Oh. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I said, it's basically just gonna be like a shared space for, well, I guess whatever they want to do. A shared like virtual space is what it is. Yes. I think the comparison, I don't know if this is exact, but most people like think of like Ready Player One, if you've ever seen that movie or read the book. And that's what like most people are like thinking of, what most people think of when they think metaverse. Facebook is kind of basically trying to do that. So it's like shared like virtual space like that. Oh, we saw in theaters. Okay, so just think of that. That's basically what Facebook's trying to make. Except it's Facebook, so, they're the evil corporation who's trying to monetize everything. That's what Facebook. Do I even have a Facebook? Technically, but I haven't opened it in like years. In fact, I never even posted anything on it. I just made it because my cousins were using it so I could like friend them, but I never used it for anything. I don't think I've even opened it like once. I mean, to be fair, I hardly even use social media. That's why. I mean, you already know me. Like, even on the Discord, I like rarely post pictures or anything. That's basically me. That's just me. I don't really post pictures of myself. I guess in that way, I'm kind of selfish. If I experience something, I don't really feel the desire to share it with other people. I just keep it to myself. So yeah, I guess that's part of the reason why I never even use like social media. I only use it out of like necessity, not preference. Well, I mean, I guess it depends. Sometimes I like the attention, but it's just attention. That's all it is. I just like getting attention sometimes. Otherwise, I almost never use it. It's not like I feel an incredible desire to like keep up with like other people's lives. But I mean, that's just, I'm pretty introverted. I'm kind of shy, I mean, yeah, I've chat and like, yeah, and people are nice, but I can just, sit here all day and I'll probably be fine. Plus, I heard that Facebook isn't actually the best choice of like social media just because, Facebook is Facebook. I wonder if that should be lowered. It's fine. It'll probably look fine. And I can always edit it later on when I actually do the 3D modeling. Uh, I'm sorry, I may need to jump in the shower. Okay then. Make sure you cleanse yourself. I'll be lurking. Nice. Yep. It's hard for me to get me to shower. Like I said, I always like super busy working. I always want to do something. Shower's always hard to get me to do. But I try to maintain a good schedule of showering. I guess I just don't like feel that necessity. Like, I don't know. And that's another thing. I wouldn't want to have to shower. I wish I didn't have to shower, but I have to. And it's annoying. I don't want to. I can just, I want to stay out and draw all day instead. Yeah, I'm so sorry. What about the shower thing? No, you don't have to feel sorry for me. It's just my preference. I'm like, I don't like showering. To be fair, even like my mom actually doesn't shower that often either. She showers only like every like few days or so or something. I don't think she even showers daily. But my dad showers daily. I know that for sure. I mean, I've been trying to push myself to shower daily just because, that's apparently what most people do. So, and obviously, people seem to be way more sensitive to smelling or to smells than I am. I mean, I can. Well, when I was in fun story. Well, not so fun story. But when I was in university, my first roommate, he smoked. Apparently he smoked so bad like that all of like the other dorms nearby, they were complaining about the smell. But I'm not the best at smelling. So I didn't even notice. I mean, I knew he smoked, but I didn't even notice the smell. I mean, well, my life lessons with smells and stuff gets even worse, and admittedly, it's very embarrassing. But that's that. Cigs or vape? He vaped. He was a what is it? Chinese exchange student. So culturally, as far as I can tell, they were a lot more you know, accepting of smoking. But since I lived in a smoke-free campus, because CSULB is smoke-free, they like pushed for that like the year before I joined or something. And then all smoking wasn't allowed. But obviously he really liked smoking, to the point where he eventually got an apartment that got his own apartment just so he can smoke. I mean, I'm sure there's other reasons why he might have moved out in retrospect, but like I said, those kinds of things are stuff that I'd really rather just keep myself. That looks good. Yeah, that's nice to me. I'm just awful when it comes to smelling. The smells. I can't unless it's like a very strong smell, or if I'm yeah, even if it's only if it's a very strong smell I can only notice that. I mean, as far as I know, I'm normal in terms of smelling, but I'm definitely not skilled at smelling. I guess is probably the way I could say it. I'm bad at it too. Yeah. It's awful. So many people are like talking like smells and like, oh, that smells so good, or you smell awful, and I'm like, I can't tell, unfortunately. And it's like, I mean, I guess it smells alright. I can't tell really. It's not really a thing for me. Use, I don't smell things. That's why. And I mean, it's more embarrassing than like actually useful, at least for me. Like the shower thing. I'm like, I can't really tell if I smell bad and I need a shower or if I'm fine. I have to say though, showering is like the one chore I thoroughly enjoy. I guess not for me. I guess part of it is just because, when I shower, you know, although occasionally I have to skip the day myself. Yeah, I guess not for me because when I shower, it's not just a shower. I'm also shaving myself, you know, and then my hair's all wet at the end, so I have to dry it. And I have somewhat long hair, so it feels awful when it's still wet. So I have to actually like dry it out. Not to mention that, sometimes like when I shower, it's like it's like when I wake up and I'm still hungry. And I'm like, I want to eat. I know I should shower, but I need to eat. Things like that. It kind of just like builds up over time. That's why it's like makes it harder to do or maintain after a while because I'm too focused on like other stuff. It's just like a lot of effort to shower with admittedly not very satisfying reasons to do so. I mean, it's not exactly like I need to shower because, I'm just staying home all day. And, obviously, no one's gonna like really say anything because I'm not actually talking to anyone. Hmm. It's just complicated. It's very like cultural, I guess. Not cultural is the right word, but ingrained like childhood like stuff and all this stuff that just kind of builds up into what it is. Hmm. I mean, I'm trying to push, like I said, trying to change things, but it's definitely a bit of a struggle when there's like so many reasons to just keep old habits, to stick with old habits. You're good as long as Twitch doesn't integrate that smell evasion feature. I guess so. I mean, I think I smell alright, but also, I can't tell. I don't have anyone who's telling me that I smell good or bad, so I can only assume that I'm alright. It's like people, just in general. You don't really know what they're thinking or what they think of you. Same thing with like smelling. It's like, I can't really tell what they think of my smell. Do I smell good? Do I smell bad? I can't actually tell. And there is actually scientific reason for that because you got nerves that get used to your smell and then you can't smell that anymore. So same thing with me. I could smell awful, but I would never notice because I'm so used to my own smell. Yeah, I think that's good. Actually, I think... No, I'm not done. I'm almost done. I'm like thinking like, oh, what do I have left? I remember this... These little cuffs. Ooh, I'm starving. Poor Mel. Poor... Look, see, look. I'm hungry now. When I'm done streaming, I'm gonna eat food and, relax. Even though I wanted to, like, walk my dogs. And, also Mel. I wanted to read Mel. But, I'm not gonna be able to stick around too much. I'm gonna lurk right away because I need to eat. And then I'll eat and it'll be like 30 minutes and then it'll be 4:30 and I'll be like, oh, my parents are already gonna show up like soon enough. Might as well just stay here and not walk the dogs. And plus it's already 4:30, I might as well just feed them. What does your favorite streamer smell like? Find out now with Twitchness and beta. That sounds like, well, no, I don't think they would actually do that. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's just, I always find something else to do. I always find some way to get myself busy. Even if I'm not actually doing much, I always find something to do. And it's kind of annoying. It's this one. I wanted to change this one up. I don't like how the lake looks. Like right here. I actually feel a little sweaty, so I guess I would smell bad. I feel bad now. It's because I'm actually a little... Okay, that's good looking. But I am hungry. I'm very hungry now. I'm almost there though. I need to do the pipes here. And then I need to do... Yeah, I can do this really quick. For starters. Okay, that's good. Hmm. Perfect. Probably some of the biggest people on this platform don't smell all that great. That's kind of funny. Maybe. Who knows? I guess it's just mostly self-consciousness. That's why I'm like all obsessed over this. Like, do I smell good? Do I smell bad? Do I smell awful? Oh, you can see my mind working then. You can see how like self-conscious I can get when I just left to my own devices. Yeah, this is just how it works. Let me just... Yeah, that's good. Well, I mean, I guess a lot of people are like that. You know what? It just like, if they let their mind wander, then it usually goes to pretty poor places. And since, you know, the way I talk, it's just like, I'm just thinking what I'm speaking. Or when I'm speaking when I'm thinking. You know what sucks about drawing? Foreshortening. What do you mean like foreshortening? You mean like perspective? Like that? Or are you talking about like something more extreme? Are you talking about like... Yeah, admittedly, I'm kind of showing off. Because I'm actually really good at perspective. Well, not really good because... But I am better than average. Yeah, but a specific part of perspective. Like... I'm trying to remember what it was because I know that sounds familiar, but I can't remember what foreshortening was. I could just search it. Power of the internet. Ooh. Wait. Go back. Oh, look at this like random news article. Look at that old lady carrying an AK. Hello, special. Perfect time. I also despise perspective. I actually like it. I'm pretty good at perspective. And I'm definitely very spatially aware. But look at that old lady carrying an AK. Can I... Doesn't show the lady. But yeah, look. Oh, all the boomers in Ukraine are getting out their old ass rifles. It's amazing. You know, that sounds amazing. Okay, what was I gonna search? Oh yeah, foreshortening, so I can remember what that was. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Uh, Let me just erase this. Erase this junk. So, when it comes to like perspective, and if you're talking about like characters, sometimes it's a good idea to like draw a frame around them. Talking about like foreshortening, like this. Wow, wow. Perfect. Foreshortening, or I don't know. Maybe you could do something like this. Stuff like that. Well, I mean, that's not perfect because it would really more like that. Point is like somewhere right here. Something like that. So the lines would be. But obviously you get distortion. Uh, Sometimes you get distortion because of the perspective. The rectangle is flying right at us. Yeah, I mean, I attribute my amazing perspective knowledge because of all the years I spent drawing Legos. Because those are very blocky. So now I'm like an expert at drawing in perspective. Well, I'm not really an expert. I mean, obviously, if I want to draw something that's accurate, I'm going to have to actually draw out all those lines in the guides and stuff to make sure everything's perfect. But, at least freehand, I think I'm alright. You know, enough to make something that looks believable. Unless you're, like, looking really closely, in which case, of course, it's going to look wrong. Yep, I could see that. Let me roll this guy down. You know, lots of, like, little details. It's like, I mean, if you look carefully, you can tell where I struggle in certain areas. I can cheat it well enough at this point, but I still gotta work on it. Yep, definitely work on it. Takes time and effort. With everything, it always takes time and effort. Eventually, you'll get to it. Unless you're like doing like Hanna-Barbera animation, in which case you're never gonna have to worry about doing perspective ever. I mean, you could be like, you could like work on like Looney Tunes backgrounds, and then like everything looks all wonky, but you know, you don't have to worry about perspective. It's like a staircase will look like this, and it'll be like, and like that. And that'll be your staircase for the animation, and then there'll be like a tower like this. Well, I mean, I guess it does have its own like cool like style almost. You know, like with all this like really crazy perspective. I guess you could make it work even without like a really like realistic perspective. Yeah, the thing I usually think of is like the yeah, like the Looney Tunes. Like some of like the backgrounds are way more like exaggerated as opposed to being realistic in terms of perspective. But they look amazing. Like you ever stop and stare at like some of the background work of like old cartoons and stuff, you like see like, oh man, it actually looks pretty good. You know, everyone always focuses on like the animation, character design, things like that. There's a lot of little things and when it comes to animation that actually have a huge impact that most people don't realize are there. Most people don't think about hard enough. You know, like lighting. Lighting people don't really pay attention to, or rigging. Rigging definitely is something that most people neglect. You know, because having an amazing rig really brings characters to life. And most people don't even think about it. Backgrounds might loop, but they're nice. I guess so. I'm trying to think about like actually like it. I know like usually it's more like Hanna-Barbera that has the looping backgrounds. As opposed to like, you know, like Looney Tunes. But I mean also the reason why they have the looping backgrounds in Hanna-Barbera is because what is it? Because they're working for TV as opposed to working for theater. So I mean it's more like a necessity. Also, I left the perspective on again. Right. Yes. Right. Oh no! Oh no! I'm losing all my progress. All into the void. Whoop. Wrong one. Okay, there you go. Perfect. Um, is that everything? Is that everything? Yes, I think it is. Perfect. All done. Well, I mean, obviously I could do the face, but, let me just finish. Let me do the face real quick then. Okay, eyes go, like, right here. Okay, that's good. But anyhow, I think we're actually gonna start raiding soon. Well, thank you all for coming to my beautiful stream. Also, here's like the weird thing I was like thinking about. What I'm thinking is make the eyes ignore the muzzle when I draw it. If I can get that to work in 3D, that would be perfect. To somehow phase through the muzzle but still be visible. That's what I'm thinking will be like the hack. I might even do like the same thing with the mouth. Like the mouth is like right here instead. I don't even know if that's right. But yeah, that's perfect. Well, okay. I think that's everything. Check it out. I've done it. And only in one day. What do you know? Let me remove all these guides. I actually don't know about the guides. I might need to bring them back just because, you know, if I do end up doing 2D, I'm gonna have to, you know, add the guides anyways. But otherwise, that's pretty good. Yeah, there we go. You know, I wonder if I could actually do rigging. That is a... Yeah, I think I know what I'll do. Maybe in my off time, I'll check out some portfolios on rigging because, like I said, right now I'm kind of just in a lost space of trying to decide how I'm gonna get into animation. Like just thinking about it. And one of the options I had in the background, even when I was like in college, was like, what if I just did rigging? Because I know I do rigging pretty well, but also I thought I did animation pretty well. So who knows? But yeah, it's like, who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Plus, I've also seen like a reel for rigging once, and it looked amazing. And I was like, ah, I can't do that. And knowing what like what I have to reach for animation is it's along that same lines. You know, like it's like that looks so much better. I thought that's like what 10 years of working in the industry level, but no, it's college level apparently. Furry noise astronaut. Yes. Okay. Well, I am good. I have to save this somewhere. I'll just save it offline. Okay. Well, let's actually find. Let's actually go and raid. Hopefully, Mel's still on. I know this stream was extra long. I'm sure that some of you are very happy to see me for so long, or very happy to watch me for so long. I mean, I don't think I could watch myself for 3 hours or 4 hours. Ooh, yes. Yeah, Mel's still on. Let's raid her. Okay, let's raid Mel. Thank you all for watching my stream. Let's raid her. Thank you for streaming. Yes. Mel. There we go. That's all good. You know, I'm so happy that I actually got this done today. You know, I've been actually thinking about this like in the background, but I'm so glad I like got it all done so quickly. I'm like, yes, I did it. All quick. Okay, well, let's raid Mel. This channel is intended for mature audiences. Mature. That's unfortunate. I'm not mature enough for her stream. I guess I'm gonna have to step this one out. No, to be honest, I think I'm okay in terms of maturity, but oh well. Let's Oh, well, thanks everyone for watching my amazing stream. We're going to raid Mel now. She's playing Splatoon. Splatoon 2. Yes, thanks for the stream. It'll be nice. And yeah, sorry, but I am actually gonna eat food, so I'm not gonna be hanging around her stream too long. I'll probably lurk right away just so I can get food and not starve to death. But yeah. Thanks everyone for watching my amazing stream. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna have like an amazing outro, like song music thing. Like if you ever seen like Proton John, he has one. Yes, go eat. Amazing animation by me for me. Okay, thanks all for watching. Let's raid her. Raid. Where is the raid?